across the Atlantic on the Emerald Isle as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the vibrant capital city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Miami Dolphins. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from the Emerald Isle. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27. Dolphins offense set to take the field, led by Malik Willis, who is getting his chance as the starter after backing up Jordan Love the past 2 seasons in Green Bay.
Just 6 starts in his first 4 seasons in the NFL, but the potential is vast. 3 total touchdowns and 0 turnovers in his only start last season. They think he's going to be excellent for their team.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Calling that a very strong gain of 24.
I'm sure after he called the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Willis. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Malik Washington, 49 yards. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. A beautiful fake. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Rams offense onto the field led by the 18-year veteran who earned his first NFL MVP last season, Matthew Stafford.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback. Maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On third down, here's Williams. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's fourth down. So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Malik Washington deep for Miami. This is taken at the 18. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Willis. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
In motion comes the tight end left. To throw, here's Willis. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
What we hear so often, how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And Higbee going to have a Rams 1st down as he'll get this up to the 39. It's a pickup of 6.
Nice throw outside the numbers to pick up the 1st down. It goes down the stat sheet as a short throw, but takes a lot of arm strength to throw it out wide on time. And he made it look easy.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys trail here in this first half, so he and the rest of the staff will be looking for ways to keep this deficit right where it is. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. Adams the man in motion left. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. They try the left side here with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. In motion, the tight end. Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
On now, Harrison Mevis for the Rams field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together. In motion right here, Washington. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, they're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Willis one across the 30-yard line. Willis showing off the wheels there. He gets him the first down.
For a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Willis looks to pass it here. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
First down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. In motion is Washington. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Willis looking to throw it. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is Riley Patterson for the Dolphin field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Patterson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They find some open field here. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
And the Rams first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That's complete. Jordan Whittington. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49-yard line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing is Stafford. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Oh, and that is incomplete. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Brandon, thanks. Scott Hansen with you from Orlando. We want to check out some of the highlights from a relatively low-scoring first half, so we'll focus on the contributions of this man, Malik Washington. His guys have the lead as we get it back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Whittington. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 21
The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Rams.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
53-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now Willis on the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
So that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Willis will look to throw it. Washington brings it in near the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Willis wants to pass it again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion, that's Tolbert. Here's Willis. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
First down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Willis to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Third down. 3rd and long.
They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far, but like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Colby Parkinson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Harrison Mevis for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Makes the score Dolphins 13.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Let him take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Second and 10. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Willis. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And that pickup over first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll pitch it out to Achane. Oh, what a move. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
On first down, back to Achane. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. Achane on the counter. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
At the 20-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Achane here, they stay on the ground. Still going. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
And the Dolphins First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Gordon will score. Touchdown, Miami.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Patterson now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down 20-10. A minute 15 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. From the left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of those big body wide receivers who can leave you in the dust if you guess wrong on a route. First team All-Pro last season, 129 catches, and when the Rams wanted to throw the football, they looked for him first.
That one taken in by Whittington. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
Here's second down and 3. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. They'll come up now on second down. Stafford now to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now it's Stafford. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.